All right, welcome guys. I'm the administrator of this hackathon. And then as we all know, there were 139 participants in the hackathon and a total of 14 submissions. So it seems like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it seems like we got 7 teams right now, which is perfect. So let's go alphabetical. How about that? We'll get started with Amir Abdel. So if you guys are more confident and you want to do it in Burmese language, feel free to do so. But if you want to do it in English, that's perfect as well. So let's get started on the demos. And if Amir Abdel is here, you can get started.
Hello.
I will
Hello.
give,
Yeah, I'm here. Hello. Hi, James.
hi.
Do you hear me? I can share screen now.
Yeah, we can hear you. Hi. So a few guidelines. Please keep your presentation within 5 minutes, and then please be succinct as well. Thank you.
Okay. It appears, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. My name is Amir Ada. Today, I will share with you my solution. My application contains a lot of features, but I will focus on forecast and weather-related sections. So let's start with this forecast section, which contain a lot of subsections. Let's start with flood maps, and this flood maps contain a lot of layers and contain a lot of information. This information is retrieved from Globus API. As you can see, the user can search for any location, but as you can see, when the section first loaded, it focused on Myanmar. Here we can switch between those two basic map layer, which are retrieved from map tiler. As you can see here are a lot of layers. We can choose to check any of them. And also at the bottom, we can control the opacity of each layer. For example, we can we can control 2 layers at one time. So for example, if we use the accumulated layer and measure river basin at a time, we can change. So if you do not know what the meaning of each layer, here this Globus page here is the meaning of accumulated precipitation and precipitation animation. Here are the meaning of rapid flood mapping and so on. Here are from Globus API the meaning of each layer. So that's for this section, and here is the map legend that show you what each color denote each. So that's for this section. The next section is the current weather section. Here the user can search for anywhere in the world. For example, if also as you can see, this map focused on Myanmar when the section first loaded, because this application is tailored for Myanmar. If we search for Yangon, for example, here the map automatically go to Yangon, and here are the current weather in Yangon of this hour of that day. And here on the left side we have multiple meteorological factors. We can combine in relation of them to make a graph, so we can know. We can combine in relation to know if there any flood risk. For example, temperature and precipitations are a very powerful relation in flood detection. Also, we can combine in relation we want. So this is a custom graph to show us in relation of our current weather. Also, I have a weather history section which contain a forecast for 1 week. Here are all the day and all the time of any day. We can extend any section to see the other. And as you can see in this section, it only include 2 parts, which is temperature and precipitation, which are a very powerful indicator, as I said. But if you want to know any other details, you can click the card to see other details. Then you close the card. As I close this card, you can search for any day. For example, if we search for last Friday, it will give us one last Friday and each day exact time of that day. So the the difference between those. This give us the current weather, and this gives us the past weather as a history of weather we can combine and give us a prediction of our current weather compared to other weathers. This for alert notifications. I have implemented a push notifications in my application, which users can miss easily. But I have my application record all of past alerts. This is the alert, which the last alert was sent was around 5 days ago at this time. And if the user wanted to know the weather details related to this flood alert, he can extend the card in this way. And the same for other alerts. Also, I have a blog post section, and this blog post section, there are multiple websites, governmental websites, and other worldwide websites that provide information for flood related information, health related information. But this will take users time to search for any of this data. So I have implemented it in my application here. The user can find all warnings from Department of Meteorology and Hydrology from Myanmar. Here he can see the flood warning, and he also can read more about this, which will this link will direct him to the flood. Here he can search for any other warnings, including flood and other warning. And so on. So that's for this first website. Second website, which is Relief Web, which also provides the same kind of information. Here, this website provides a lot of articles, not related to Myanmar, not related to any country, not restricted to any country, but a lot of countries and a lot of sections. Here, I have summarized the article and make it tailored for Myanmar, so users can know any flood related information to Myanmar, not to this event, but also to other events. Here the article have loaded. User can read the full article from here. And for the third blog post section here from MIM website, which is Myanmar Information Management Unit, here we can see all the website, and here we can see any article or any PDF, which users can know its exact date which published, and click this link to see the whole PDF and read more if you want. So this I see this section save users a lot of time searching multiple websites and provide a lot of information tailored for Myanmar. And for the last section, which is very important for community communication during the flooding event, here I have logged in with this account. My platform is designed to serve a lot of two sectors, one for organizations and one for citizens and ordinary users. Here the organizations can make a post, and here the users can make a post. Because I have logged in with organization account, I cannot post. But if I switch to another account, here this is another account. Here if I can post a post from here, and here is a post. We can interact, we can comment here. So this is a very powerful and very important section for community engagement during disasters, not restricted to flood event. And lastly, for community engagement, also we have volunteering section. Here, this is the organization account. So I see here all the volunteering applications users have submitted. So I can accept this, and it will change the status. So if I go back with my account, which is this user account, I can see the volunteering section, and I have seen that my status is approved, and I send with my application my contact, so they can contact me to be one of the teams or one of the members of the organization. So that wrap up my application. I see that it's very integrated regarding decision makers, all information needed to make a decision regarding the users, or the information, or all the all data that anyone need during the flood event are provided in same application, saving their time from searching a lot of websites to get simple information. Also, I have a lot of suggestions to scale this application up and add a lot of functionalities and features, but because the time constraint of the hackathon, I only have made this.
All right, Amir, thank you so much. So we will open up some Q&A for Amir, and I think I will start up with a question. what was the most difficult part about this project, and what did you learn?
The most difficult part was this part, applying different layers to the same map. It was my first time to do this thing, and it was very hard to retrieve this data from Globus. I have searched a lot of websites, and I have searched a lot of time to get this applied, tailored for Myanmar. If any users go to Globus and need to get this information and tailor it from Myanmar, I'm a developer. I cannot get this information easily if I am a simple user going there to get this information. This was the very difficult part, and that took me around 1 week to make this. But the rest of the application was to some extent very handy, but this was the very difficult part. Also, I have a lot of features I wanted to add to this application, but due to the time constraint, I only do this.
Perfect. If there's any other questions that the others would like to ask, then feel free to ask right now. If not, we will move to another team.
You are welcome to ask anything you want.
All right, seems like there's no question. So Amir, thank you so much. And you can close your window now.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, I will stop sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's move on to evocation, Ecovation's crew. Yeah, so the team is here, so you can get started now. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, just a moment. Okay. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Minglava. We are Ecovision crew with the team member Xin Danxuan, Johnson Awin, Tintin Zate, Infu Mei, and Heng Chua. Okay, so let's dive into our project. So are you ready?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Shin, you are ready to go.
Okay, thank you. Imagine waking up to the news of the flood in a distant town. Imagine a family who have no way to reach out for help. No quick responding. No reliable.
Can you close the chat box?
They are isolated. Hello?
Oh no, like could you close the chat box when you're sharing the screen? Thank you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. We will start again. Okay.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you,
So
John.
sorry for the inconvenience. Yes.
Okay. So let's start. Imagine waking up to the news of the flood in a distant town. Imagine the family who have no way to reach out for help. No quick responding. No reliable alert. They are isolated. Helping someone will know they need rescue. Many in Myanmar face a threatening reality every year. They deserve better. Arr Ai is our answer to the call. With technology and empathy, we aim to protect lives and give family the security of knowing help is just a heartbeat away. Earlier this year, Typhoon Yagi swept across the part of Myanmar, devastating community and leaving families stranded, isolated. And in their rescue, in one village, the water rose so fast that family were left climbing a tree to stay above the flood. Emergency responder didn't receive word for hours. Too late for some. This tragic lot highlights three critical issues our community face when the disaster strikes. 1. Delayed damage reporting. Rescue teams often don't receive information until it's too late to reach everyone. 2. Limited communication infrastructure. Many remote areas lack the ability to quickly contact emergency service. 3. No integrated system. With no centralized platform, responders struggle to gather real-time data and coordinate effectively. So, Arr Ai is our response to this urgent problem, built to bridge the gap and ensure the family never face such an isolation again. Short to the point, our Arr Ai is the AI that can be installed into CCTV and drone to detect the flood victim. It also can detect the voice of calling for help and can detect the people who are drowning. It's a land rescue team and show the location of drowning people.
Let's move on to the 3 objectives of our Arr Ai. So our Arr mission centers on 3 powerful objectives, which are boosting resilience, real-time alerts, and data visualization. Firstly, we will empower communities through technology, creating a safety net for the vulnerable. Secondly, we'll give rescue teams real-time alerts to let them know the location of families, giving them precious seconds that save lives. Finally, we'll provide clear and immediate visuals that responders can rely on to act with speed and accuracy. These objectives mean one thing: peace of mind for families who need to know they are not alone. On top of these 3 objectives, we are working towards a simple yet an important goal, which is to reduce the number of lives lost and missing people in every disaster. Real-time alerts, early data, and a quick rescue response make a difference between life and loss. For every person and every family we save, Arr Ai proves its purpose. So how is our Arr Ai going to solve all the problems that we stated earlier? So here is how it's going to solve. So our Arr Ai can be installed in drones and CCTV, which locates people in danger. Also, it can recognize the voices of people. For instance, when they shout for help like, "help me," and also their faces, then it sends alerts to authorities so they can respond in time. And we have our application. So this app connects entire communities, providing real-time notifications and giving users a direct link to emergency teams. So our Arr Ai empowers people in rescue organizations and authorities to save lives instantly, reliably, and with purpose.
Behind our AI's effectiveness is the cutting-edge technologies. AI's and machine learning is trained to recognize flag scenarios, sounds and radar detections to locate those in need, cloud storage and geolocations for seamless data sharing and powerful visual insights. Together, these technologies create a solution designed to respond faster than the disasters itself. Let's talk about the cost breakdown. To bring our AI visions to life, we estimate $110,000 in total deployment costs. These cover $35,000 for AI model deployment for creating solutions that's accurate and life-saving, $50,000 for radar integrations to enhance detection capabilities, and lastly, $20,000 for drones and CCTV integration so that we can monitor and act across multiple platforms. These costs reflect our commitment to building a dependable, impactful tool where every dollar supports our AI purpose to protect life. To sustain our AI and make it more accessible, we project $236,200 in revenue from sources, including subscriptions and licensing, ensuring organizations can safeguard their communities. Premium models, free access with additional premium service to expand our reaches. And data monetizations and consulting, offering insights for enhanced disaster management. These revenue ensure our AI's growth and continue impact in communities.
Building a solution like Arr Ai is not without its challenges. One of the key obstacles we face is the limited internet connectivity, particularly in the rural area. To address it, we are focusing on the optimized offline capabilities, ensuring that Arr Ai remain accessible and reliable even when the connectivity is limited. Another critical challenge is the need for the accurate assessment, trust, and the reliability hinge on precision. So we are continuously testing and refining our system to maintain high standards. By overcoming these challenges, we are able to ensure that our AI is dependable resource for the communities offering support, even when the traditional infrastructure may fall short. Despite the challenges, our AI brings substantial benefits. One of the most important features is the ability to deliver fast, life-saving alerts, providing the communities with a crucial time to take action before the flooding even worsens. Additionally, our AI supports risk mitigation by empowering people and authorities to make informed and timely decisions to safeguard life and properties. This go beyond being just a tool. Our AI as a lifeline and trusted safety net that community can depend on as they navigate the threat of flooding.
So for growth potential, our vision extends beyond Myanmar. Our AI's future involve global flood response and partnership. At global flood response, adapting our technology to support other regions affected by natural disaster. So in partnership, working with rescue organizations, NGO, and local government to maximize our impact. Our AI is more than a project, it's a movement towards safety, resilience, and hope for every family in every community around the world. So our AI stands as a reminder that technology at its best brings us closer to each other and closer to safety. To every family facing floods, we are here for you. So our AI will be the light in the darkness and the hand that reaches out and the lifeline that saves. So thank you for believing in this vision. Now please enjoy our video.
So this is the end of our presentation. Thanks everyone for paying attention and your time.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Ecovation crew. So we will be accepting questions right now. I can start off with a question. So if you were to win one of the prizes, let's just say like first prize or second prize, what would you do for the next 3 months? What would be your implementation plan?
Thank you so much for the question, Mr. Jane. That would be such an honor if we get a chance to win this amazing prize, because by just winning the prize, we will be able to share our vision and our idea that is willing to help to the people, the citizen, and the victim in Myanmar. We will be sharing our vision and mission and about our project, so people will notice that there are a lot of young people like us are participating in those hackathons to save our local people. So first thing we will do is we will raise the awareness that young people are interested in participating in the community problem. And also we will be sharing our idea with a lot of people. So maybe if there are investors and maybe there are actual people that we can collaborate to bring on this project, that will be such an honor. Because if we can really implement this project, maybe just a tiny little bit of this project, there will be a lot safer for the people who live in Myanmar. Those are facing the flood every year. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the answer. If there's any questions, you can feel free to ask now.
So I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Okay. Can you elaborate on your subscription plan in your mobile app? Like if I am in danger, how would that work? I would like to know about that.
Okay, so thank you for your question. So in our subscription plan, we have added two features, which are live chat with Arr Ai, and another one is data storage. So with live chat with Arr Ai, we will be able to ask AI about the safest and quickest routes for the rescue teams to get to the flooded areas, and so that rescue teams will be able to know the location and they can get there safely, quickly, in time to save the victims. And for the data storage, governments and rescue organizations will be able to review the previously flooded areas, and they will be able to, notify notify information to those in area if there is likely to be another flood in those areas. So yes, these are the two premium features that we will add to our Arr Ai if governments and rescue organization pay extra. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. So like in a flood affected areas, there might be some kind of connection loss, internet connection loss. So how will you guys solve it when the civilian is trying to connect with your AI server?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. And about our project, if we have to make it clear, our AI is the thing that could be able to install into CCTV and a drone. So the rescue team, maybe they will have a remote to drive their drone and find the victim that are drowning. So I don't that would not be very big problem. And the vetting is that don't have to use the application just to reach out to the emergency. They will just be capture and alarm to the rescue team, find the drone and the CCTV.
You mean like installing all of the AI server in a CCTV? Like that?
Not everywhere, but in the area that is needed. If we had a lot of budget, that would be really good because we will be able to install a lot of the AI in everywhere. But first, as we will be running with the donator and we will be doing collaborating first with the organization and the NGO. So we will focus first on the area that are for.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, Gojang, I'm just asking if anyone has a question.
All right. If there's no questions, let's move on. Thank you, evocation crew. And let's move on into Form Flat 8.
Very warm greetings, James. I'm Ambika here, and I'm with my teammate presenting to you the Farm Flood 8. So shall I share my screen now?
Yeah, that will be great.
Yeah, sure. I hope it's clearly visible over here. Is it visible, James?
It is.
Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to thank you to give us the opportunity to present our project to you. Farm Flood Aid is a project that is very close to our hearts, also catering to the devastating solution that Myanmar is facing in the time of the crisis. Our primary objective with Farm Flood Aid is to create a reliable, accessible platform that aids farmers before, during, and after the flood events. Farmers are the backbone of our economy, whether it be India, Myanmar, or any other country, and we highly respect that. Floods can devastate their fields, disrupt their income, and affect the food supply chain. By focusing on farmers, we aim to support those who contribute too much to our society. So here's a small help for them in order to integrate them with need during the time of crisis. Now, giving you the project overview, Farm Flood Aid offers 3 key features. This is the overall outlook of the prototype of the web app that we have created for the farmers. So this shall empower them in times of need. Now, the 3 top-notch features that we are presenting to you in the form of this web app, firstly is the flood bot. So the flood response bot is an AI-powered virtual assistant that provides you with quick AI-driven solutions from reliable sources that can help the farmer before and even after the crisis situation in order to get answers to those questions that are actually helpful and are very tough to address in person at time of the flood situation. So let me show you how this is going to work. So this is going to take you to an Outlook as such given on the screen. That is the flood bot. You can type here any query. For example, I'm the farmer and I want to know any of the best pesticide that is available. So this can be addressed with the answer that is going to be given by the chatbot, as you can see on the screen. So now why this feature is greatly impactful is that this feature helps farmers take timely precautions such as moving livestock to higher ground or even protecting their crops in times of how to maintain them and their fields in the flood situation. And this can also act as an important decision-making platform, whether they need to mitigate their fields in early advance or how to protect it after facing the further consequences. Now, this is the first feature that I showed you. Let me take you to the next, community interaction. Let me give a brief overview about the community interaction. So it is basically, we are creating an online marketplace that shall help the farmers to actually put in a step in the online world of sales and marketing, where offline sales are very much challenging. So supporting that, we have created an online marketplace. This is a very initial prototype. If given the time, need, and resources, we can also enhance this to the next level. This is the flood aid management. It is an online marketplace. So as you can see, me being the farmer can put all the details about the item and my personal details that shall be shown onto the see all ads page that you see. So here your ad goes live. And any other farmer or any other person from the community can actually see what we are selling, all details related to it, and shall also access that person if he wants to buy the local resource. Now, this is very much impactful in times of crisis as resources become scarce and traditional supply chains are often disrupted. Our marketplace ensures that farmers have quick access to critical resources, reducing the downtime required to resume farming activities and helping them all over to recover faster. Now, moving on to the next feature that I'm going to show you is the connecting with the NGOs. Now, this feature is basically that it allows the farmers to access a hub of resources. Now, in this, we have included some basic foundations and the NGO resources that are actually present in Myanmar. However, the major challenge that we faced during the project was to access the exact location of the resources, like the NGOs and foundations, because being in that area and operating through it is much easier. So, however, we included the segment in our prototype just to showcase that if we get more information and detailed insights, we can expand it to the next level. So, for example, you open this page and you come onto a site where there are 3 domains. Now, every person during the time of crisis faces a situation where he actually needs 3 main things. As in the case of farmer, I think his health is most importantly prioritized, then is general support, and then further is agriculture. Agriculture is basically if you are having a totally destroyed livelihood, then you can get grants from any of the NGO that is ready to help and take a step forward in that situation. So according to this, I'll just show you how this is going to work. Let's say I open any link. This is just a prototype, thereby I expect that this is not the exact thing that we are offering. We'll need more accurate information with your help to expand it further. So if you go here, you can see that the Action Aid Myanmar, you can see how this website opens to the place where you are actually giving more insights into the NGO and foundation. Right now, it's just an basic link that is to show you how the site shall eventually function when the correct feature or the correct resource is being allocated. So the next one is basically, this is all about the 3 top-notch features that we told you. Now, why we chose this and what it's all about is basically that we needed to create a user-centric interface, very clearly given into the objectives of your website, that is the Myanmar flood management. It is because that you had given the resource allocation and community interaction as one of the primary key aspects we could focus on. We chose farmers. because it provided the great detail I said in beginning, the importance and the existence and how crucial they are for our livelihood. So that is all. And secondly, challenges and future improvements that we are hoping to put into this are basically, we understand that implementing a project of this scale represents several challenges and also several guidance that we would like to access from you. We are currently the second year students in the engineering background, and we are using our optimum skills to showcase this project to you. But if we get more help and guidance, we shall scale it to the biggest platform that we could create according to our skills. Now, in my closing statement, I would like to say that most probably Farm Flood Aid isn't just a website, it's a lifeline for farmers facing the devastation of floods. By offering timely alerts, access to essential supplies, and a channel for targeted assistance, we aim to provide tangible support to those who work tirelessly to feed our nation. And more importantly, I think all understand over here how much ever money resources you earn in life, the only reason behind your existence is the food that you eat and live on. And that is being provided by our dearest farmer community. So seeing the respect, the situation of the seasonal floods that Myanmar is actually going through, we would like to help them with this solution of ours. And we shall be very, very grateful if given the opportunity to expand it further. So thank you for your time, and we are open to any questions or feedback that you may have. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Anvika, for the presentation and for the Farm Flood Aid. So let's start out with the Q&A, and I will start out with my question. Farmers are known to be not very good with digital products or digital platforms. So what would be your or marketing plan, or what would be your education plan to educate the farmers to use this platform effectively?
Firstly, I would like to make this a multilingual platform, because I understand that the concept of catering to the rural areas is not just that everybody is familiar with the English language. As in case of Myanmar, I would like to take a step forward to also present the platform in Burmese language firstly. Secondly, I would like to give the farmers a free trial by organizing workshops integrating with the local community as well. So it's all about the community interaction, how I'm planning to cater to the farmers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can I ask?
Yeah, sure. Please go forward.
Yes. Can I ask one question? What do you mean my first question is what do you mean resilient agriculture, right? And another another question is what I mean after flooding, all agricultural land are destroyed and all crop fields are destroyed. You know, as you know, this in this situation, how to solve the problem, how to support the farmers. This is another question.
Catering to the first question itself, ma'am, it says that resilient agriculture. Now, agricultural is a very tireless journey. It's not a one-day thing. The farmer who is getting this livelihood ready creates the day and night struggle in order to build it. So that is why we represented the term on the website, that is the resilient agriculture, because we see not it just as a one-day work, but over the times, over generations, the fields are being maintained. And that is why we consider that the loss they would face right now in this situation is as big and can't be compared to anything other. Now, the second question is that how we expect to help the farmers localize in the local community. So as I said earlier, we are just lacking into the way where we need an optimum resource allocation. So once we get those details, we can expand this further to the next step by creating a platform that helps them, by creating a web app that indulges them into their daily routine, where they can use it during the crisis situation. I hope this answers your question. If I'm right, ma'am, or I can also address other questions.
Thank you.
So this is only for the farmers, or how about the civilian?
So we wanted to indulge into creating a user-centric platform as of now, because while working, me and my teammate constantly pondered over the thought of whether we should include the whole civilian society and everybody who's facing the crisis situation. But then we tried to focus it particularly on a domain in order to make the idea representative. Not being very generalized, your team is doing equally well catering to all the people out there. But I think a small contribution from our side, especially to this particular community, addressing only their needs and at the particular moment, shall eventually lead in order to making a big help for them in the crisis situation. So that's what we thought during the ideation of this project.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are there any other questions that I could address to?
If there's none, let's move on to another team. So let's go to Myan Flood Plan by Maharaj, right? Amika, could you close the window, the sharing screen?
Yeah, sure. I'm so sorry.
No worries, and thank you.
Hello, James. I'm
Hey.
Maharaj Hussain.
Yep.
And I have built a platform, my project, Myan Flood Plan. Let's take a look of the project. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, flood becomes more powerful when
it is a white screen right now. Previously, it was okay, but it is a white screen right now.
Okay, is it showing anything right now?
No, it's just showing a white screen. Just a blank.
Okay. Okay, is it clear now?
Yeah, it is clear now.
Sorry for the delay. And
No worries.
here is my project, Myan Flood Plan. And flood becomes more powerful when we don't get any pre-alert before it. We don't get enough time to prepare, and also the lack of a connected community increase the damage of that situation. So here we are building a community with actually.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, now I have built a project where people can get pre-alert before the flood, and also they can connect it in the situation of the crisis moment actually. So here is I have implemented the Google Map, and the people can actually see the map, and also they can see the flood analysis of any situation, any location. According to this, actually, so here this is my flood analysis. I have built it with Open Meta API actually, and here we can see the graph, and this is the flood prediction also. And here also have the river discharge and the river discharge rate in that meantime. And here is the profile section, and user can actually here they can create a rescue team in the situation of crisis, and here they can I make a help post. If you need any help in that situation, they can tag the location, and also they can see the update weather location of his. They can see the weather update actually. So here is the basically helper section. So here all the posts user can see, and also user can tag a post to a location actually. uh, Also user can tag a post to a team actually. So like if I want to tag a post, so I normally click on the tag a rescue team, and you can select a team which is from Chatpur. The location is here actually, so that I can confirm the post tag, and the tag will be sent. And also I can join to a rescue team. Here all the teams is included, and if I want to join in any team, then I can join easily like this. So this is basically the prototype of my project. And here also a section, this is my teams where I have joined actually. So this all the teams I have joined with. So here I can see the tagged post, the user actually who have tagged on this team. So I can see the post. Basically now the posts are actually is empty. So and also they can connect with inbox, and here actually. So this is the overview of my project. So that's it. Thank you everyone. I actually apologize for my interruption and also my problem.
Thank you, Maharaj. So let's start with the Q&A session then. I will start off with the first question. So your project looks really good. What would you say? What would be your most important feature in your project? Like if you had to focus on one thing, what would be the most important feature or that you are proud of?
Actually, I have built here actually a team community. I think this is the most important, that basically in the flood situation, the people can connect with each other with a very good way. They can actually here they can see, you know, in which location people are actually most effective, and they the rescue team can go there and actually can continue their task, and the uh, damages will be less actually, I think.
Thank you. Is there any other questions?
Yes. I would like to ask one question. Do you focus on the only recruiting and not for community, right? Right? I please explain about the detail there.
Actually, I can't understand the question. Please, can you explain?
Yes, your projects focus on the only recruiting and not focus on the community. And you present about the what or data or something like that. Community community doesn't understand about that. What I mean, your projects focus on the only recruiting, and what is your audience for
Okay, thank you.
your project?
Actually, here I have built here I have built a flood analysis section also. So in that section, user can see the update weather and can actually they can be pre-alert about the weather and the flood. And also here a section that when the rain and the river discharge will cross the limit, and uh, they would be confirmed by their email, and we have sent a mail message to their email section actually. And besides this, we have built a community actually. So those two things is I think parallelly equal I think.
Thank you so much.
So if there's no any other questions, then thank you, Maharaj, for your Myan flood plan presentation, and let's move on to. Okay, let's move on to Maha Link. You're muted.
Oh yeah. So can you see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Good night, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone. I'm Mimya Pizong from Team Pixel. Today, I would like to give a presentation about our working project, Maha Link. It's a communication median app between organizations that aim to aid assistance in various flood rescue plans. So this is our team, and I'd like to skip this. So user story, why do we even have this idea of building an app that act as a communication median between donation organization? So one day I've come across a Facebook post that complained about the lack of communication between organization, which contribute to the fact that they are donating the same village without realizing that all of the resources are donated to that certain village and leaving the other villages with nothing. I think our team thinks that's such a main issue, and we're trying to fix it by building an app that can let organizations connect, and also maybe it can alert the user or the organization about the dangers of the flood areas. So these are I've already said the problem. So as a solutions, we implement the main two features in our app. One is the chat feature, conversation feature, which act as a communication channel that organization can use to connect with others. And the other is, like I said, it can show the user or organization about that certain areas flood data, like can it be affected by flood in the next few hours, or what will be the weather be like in at this moment. So these are the goals of the SDG 17 we contributed to. And as an impact, we believe this app might contribute by enabling efficient communication and resource allocation, and also accurate localized data and alerts. So the main targeted users of this app will be nonprofit organization, or maybe other organization like donation platforms, or maybe other foundation that contribute the donation to the flood affected areas. It might be as individual or might be a team. So these are the targeted users. So this is our app. I would like to show you from the start of our app. This is a working product, and it can be installed in both Android and iOS devices. The reason why we use mobile application is that we could build a web app, but like I believe it will be more accessible to the organization by building a mobile app, as they can be easily installed in their mobile devices. So this is the login screen. You can log in using your passcode or maybe Face ID if you have one. This is the home screen. It shows your profile and other. You can also connect with other organizations. This is our search features. This is a preview of one of our feature, which is donation pinning. The reason why we implement it is that, like I said, there might be certain cases where organizations don't know each other, and they might be donate to the same village, which contribute to overlapping in donation and leaving the other villages with nothing. So this is the preview of our preview of that feature. I will come back to it. So you can see which organization is dedicated to donate to certain place. Like for example, this one is Team James. They are going to donate food to that locations. So I'd like to brief detail about our global chats. This is the other main features. It is a global chat, like the name says. You can connect with every organization in this chat, like every organization. You can send message, you can view previous messages, and you can use this feature to like maybe alert the other organization about the certain area is flood affected by flood or not. That's the global chat, and also we have a group chat. The reasons of the group chat is to have a strong communication, like isolated and strong communication between in a certain area. Like if the organization is planned to donate to Dundee or Yangon, only those users who are planning to donate to those areas will be added to the group. So like they can share which street or which road they are going to donate. See, this one is pinned by Tim James. I believe this account name is Tim James. So he can go to the Dundee chat, which is dedicated to Dundee, and he can send messages which can be viewed only by those who are planning to donate that certain location. So I would like to register another account called test group. Yeah. So this is another feature where you can view the flat data of the pin locations. Like in this example, you can see the temperature or the weather or what the location is called, and also humidity, which can be required by some organization. So there is another sub feature that we have implemented called flood risk level, flood risk analysis. This is not just small features, it's part of the main feature. What it do is like it use the previous data and analyze them, and to show that that area can be flooded or not. It used the previous 15 hours data and analyze in a data-driven prediction fashion, and it can tell whether that area can be affected by flood or not. So the organization might be able to, guess if they can be in danger or not by checking that function. You can also see the other location, like if we paint this, so this one is called border town. So like it will analyze the data in the border town and show you if it's the flood risk level are high or low. Actually, we also have another feature called flood alert alarm, which is it alerts the user if the flood risk level is high. It's like a notifications alarm, but currently the flood risk level are not that high, so it won't show it. So currently we have no group chat because I think we didn't pin the locations. But now if I plan to pin these locations by going to donate food or something, going to donate food, it will be added to this group. This organization will be added to that dedicated channel. And you can see the previous messages, and you can also send messages in the group. So like test groups send the message called "Hello Yangon testing." So Tonte is pinned, so this user is added to the Tonte group, and so he can send the messages dedicated for the Tonte channel. So he sent "Hello Team James." So you can view data from everywhere, like Dayawadi or like. And like I said, you can also send messages in a global chat. So this is from another perspective, maybe another organization, Team James. He can see messages that is sent by test group, the previous organization. And he can also see the previous message. So this is the demo of our application, and since we can really build a machine learning or AI, because it is impossible to based on the current data in Myanmar, we compromise that, but we are planning to implement IoT solutions because it's easier to build. The reason why we are planning to implement IoT devices is that our previous flood data is based on the open weather. It might be like it might be wrong or sometimes inaccurate. So by building our own IoT devices, we can get accurate data. And also we also plan to improve our flood analysis feature with machine learning if we have enough data. Yeah, this is the end of my presentation. The questions are welcome.
Thank you for the presentation. So just to make sure that this product is currently available in both App Store and Play Store?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Yep.
Yeah, any other questions?
I would like to ask one.
Yeah, go ahead.
is there any monetization policy? So how will you like sustain this app? That's what I wanted to know. It's pretty good.
You mean like monetizing our application?
Yes. Is there any plan for that?
Yeah, of course. Like we could make it a subscription for the use. I mean, this application will be funded by authorities which have enough funds. So we could really monetize it by doing our app as a subscription-based applications. So the authorization, like maybe government will be intended to give us subscribe our application by monthly fees. We can provide these functions to them.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What would be your 3-month implementation strategy?
For the first month, I'd like to refine our product, our API, and also we have to improve the performance issues, and the remaining months will be dedicated to improving our flat analysis plan, because I believe the chat feature is already completed, and I think its chat feature is perfect. But for the flat analysis model, I think there might be things to improve. So we will improve it in the rest month.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So any other questions?
All right. So if there's no questions, let's move on to the last team, I believe. No, okay, there's 2 teams left. So let's move on to Shelter Now. Hello, is the team
Hello.
Shelter? All right.
Hello. Hello, Kevin. Are you
Hello,
ready?
Balan.
Yeah. Can you share it?
Let me share the screen first.
Are you okay?
Not really. Can you share the meeting, please?
Okay, I will share it. Hello, did you see? Mia làm tiếng.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Are you ready, Kevin?
Can we see the screen? We cannot see the presentation.
Oh, really? Okay, wait.
Can you share the screen?
Yes, I'm sure. Wait.
Can everyone else see the presentation, please?
No. Yes.
So let us start our presentation. A big welcome to our... Nadi, can you make this full screen?
Yes, I'm already making.
Okay. So a big welcome to our audience that are here today and to our amazing judges. Thank you for having us. And let's get right into it. So we are Shelter Now, where resilience isn't just built, it is empowered. In Myanmar, families all across the country face this unthinkable disasters each and every year, and floods tear through towns and villages, sweeping away not only their homes, but also the lives of their family and loved ones, and tearing down their future. But Shelter Now stands for more than just survival. We stand for resilience and for rebuilding. It is for rebuilding the future that is stronger than any other natural disasters. And our organization provides safe spaces where families can find security in times of crisis. These are some of the problems that we are facing right now. So we are facing a lot of floods in Myanmar, and those mainly result in the loss of life, property damage, and hinder essential services like healthcare and food distribution systems and clean water also. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. There are also secondary issues like landslides, recovery plans, and many more things that we as a country might have to recover for months or even years after one of these disasters. So through our digital platform, we bring together passionate minds from around the country, architects, engineers, and community leaders, united in a shared mission to design shelters that are resilient, adaptable, and rooted in the needs of Myanmar's communities. Here, professionals from all over the world come to design, discuss, and bring resilient structures to life by pulling together expertise and resources. And we are building shelters that withstand flood and save lives. From our digital design to hands-on deployment, our logistic team worked tirelessly to ensure that every shelter is assembled safely and stocked with essential supply. We guarantee that each shelter is not only effective, but also built on time, right where it's needed, right where it hurts the most, so we can help as many people as possible and make a lasting big impact on our communities. And we plan to do this all across the country so that every individual deserves a safe space to call home when disaster strikes. In other times, our shelters will be repurposed to community development centers acting as schools, homeless shelters, and refugee camps. Each shelter is more than just a structure. It is a symbol of strength built on shared knowledge and community. Our work begins long before our first shelter. Even through careful planning, we can map out these regions with vulnerable to floods, and shelters that are designed with elevated foundations, reinforced materials, and sustainable layouts, ensuring that every shelter that we build stands strong in the face of Myanmar's challenging environment. And we don't stop at just building walls. We educate, we train, and we prepare our communities with the tools to withstand these disasters that are rebuilding our communities stronger, and we are coming back stronger every time. Thank you. Valin, would you like to continue the presentation, please?
Yes. Thank you, Kevin. Our vision is to offer shelter immediately for families and volunteers during flood. Shelter Now is not only for provide shelter to the promote learning and collaboration and empowerment. Our mission is to create resilience and adaptive shelter throughout Myanmar. Our shelter will provide refuge for the homeless and school for refugees and space for learning. This is our overview of business model canvas. And then why should you choose us? Our quality assurance. Our shelter now consultation to make every project reach in potential and convenience. And we have an online library too. From there, we were sharing and education achievement to provide platform and project. Okay, this is if you open our website at the time you will see our shelter now, and then this is our shelter library. You can see projects, and then this also category you can choose which shelter do you want to use. Okay, our digital platform. You can find as a Facebook page, TikTok video, and information achieved on our website too. Conclusion: Shelter Now initiatives stand as a vital response to the challenge by natural disaster in Myanmar, by establishing a network for visitor shelter, creating humanitarian resilient shelter hub. We aim to empower communities, enhance disaster readiness, and foster sustainable development. Through collaboration, innovation, and we can build a resilient future where individual and family not only survive crisis but thrive in the face of adversity. This is Shelter Now, building resilience one shelter at a time. Join us on our journey to transform resilience into reality. Thank you so much for your listening.
All right. Thank you, Shelter Now. So let's start up the Q&A question. I'm still, forgive me for my question, but I'm still not clear. What was your project about? Is it a digital platform? Is it gonna be a TikTok page? And we saw some solutions. We're gonna connect the donors and then people who want to pay shelter. But what role do you provide in the ecosystem? You're like, what are you guys gonna do? Like, my question is.
Yes. First of all, we will make a website. Other time you can call it and you can connect with
NGO and other organizations. Our aim is to solve a problem of flooded. One flooded, people are afraid of losing their houses and other things. That's why we trying to solve this problem. Yes.
May I add on to this answer by Alan? So what we are trying to do is we're trying to have a more preemptive and better way of recovering from our natural disasters by providing shelters, and we will be combining together these different businesses and architects and shelter builders and communities so that we can provide shelters in these areas that are flooded. And because we build these shelters, there will be a minimization in the loss of life and the property damage that these communities will endure. So us as a company and organization, we will try to manage and initiate these kind of shelter building and ensure that the quality and the standards are up to where they need to be to keep all these people safe.
All right, thank you. So is there any other questions?
Yes, I have one. So, do you have a prototype site or any mock-up version of the project or your proposal that people can view to understand more? Because I also don't understand like your initiative and like your aims to make. Yes, thank you.
So right now, our websites and our projects are still in the development. So we are still writing our website so that website or Facebook pages so that we can connect these kinds of people. But what we are essentially offering is a business model that builds shelter for these businesses and people who wants to donate to us. So if we get donations from these INGOs or NGOs or any other individuals, and we will take this initiative and build and manage shelters in where it's needed. And it is our initiative and management so that we can oversee that these shelters are built where they need to be and do the quality that they need to be. So you can trust us in managing these shelter building process and operation. And that is what we offer as an organization.
I have a question as well. So what will be your 3-month implementation plan? Like week by week, month by month, what will you be doing if you were to win a prize?
All right, thank you so much for that question. So for our first month, I think we would have to work more on our websites and Facebook pages and other platforms so that these people can actually come together. And then we already have a large amount of data that we have collected that we haven't shared today about which areas are most vulnerable to these flooding areas and what kind of shelter designs or where they need to be located. We already have all of these data. So when we have this 3-month plan, we will try to take the initiative and start building these kinds of shelters in these needed areas. And those will be done in the first 3 months. And then we will try to take feedback and lessons from these shelters that we have built, and we will try to improve our shelter building and business, and we will try to be ready for the next time of disaster, maybe in the monsoon season of 2025. And we would like to also have an initiative competition for like aspiring architects or engineers that want to implement their design, and we will take the initiative as a organization to make that happen, like a tournament for our shelter building competition.
All right, thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
So if there's no any other questions, let's move on to the last team. So thank you, Sheldon, for the presentation. And let's invite SATML and LORA damage response.
Sure, let me just screen share. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, hi everyone. We are Team Khayal AI, and I'm Aditya Srivastava. I'm with my partner Garbit Sharma. We have built SATML and LORA damage response to tackle the problem of Myanmar crowdsourced flood disaster management. So we are leveraging machine learning technology as well as low-range communication technology named LORA for intelligent disaster response and resource optimization. We have divided this into 4 components. One is machine learning model to detect disaster. Second is 2 modules that we have built for low-range area van detection. And third is our SAP HANA or Firebase connected automated drone, which will provide resources onto the site area. So this is our team. We have won several hackathons, and we know how to build a scalable product. So if I move to the points that what are the problems we are tackling, we are actually creating a disaster detection and prioritization model where the machine learning model is able to detect the disaster through satellite imaging, enabling prioritization in the critical zones. As well as we are tackling one of the most common issues since in the disaster area, communication can be an offline condition. That's how we are able to communicate between the NGOs and government with the victims through LORA technology. And then we are actually taking the real-time data collection to actually effectively manage the resource deployment. And as well as we have victim assistance and emergency response, where the app that we have built, it works in offline mode through Bluetooth, such that they can actually communicate through our components that we have built with the NGO and government. So let me just take you how it all works. So for our 4 components, there are 2 data resources. Here's all the map that how this architecture whole works together. So for the real-time data, satellite images are processed, and the common areas that are heavily damaged are mapped by the Arr ML model. Then, secondly, in a second resource, through a second data resource, victims communicate with the governments and NGOs and rescue teams through the LORA system. Third, this whole data is then processed with Pluto AI as a LORA communicator, where all the data is stored in centralized system on Firebase, based on which decisions can be made, where the rescue and operation prioritization should be taken place. And third, governments in interference and response mechanism such that automated drones can be used to deploy the resources. We have also created our automated drones, which we will show next. So first, for the Arr ML model, this is how our ML model works. It takes the real-time data for satellite imaging processed by a unit model, and then it marks based on the pre-trained system of units. This helps predict the worst and most prioritized zones for the rescue efforts, such that all this data is managed in Firebase. This is our LORA communication module. We will show the real demo very soon. So there are 2 modules, organization module and victim module. Victim module is used to communicate offline to the organization module on the radio waves of 433 megahertz. It securely operates without network coverage, enabling victims to actually send information directly to the rescue teams. So they are based on Arduino Nano ESP32 module, and the victim module is based on Arduino Uno. This is how they look internally. We will actually explain in detail in a bit. So if we move to our offline app, that contains our Pluto large language model also, which is an 8 billion parameter AI model, such that this app has 3 main functions. It actually alerts, let's say, through the machine learning model, the government or the NGO discover that there is an upcoming disaster coming, so they can actually send offline alert SOS to all the people, on the citizens that have these apps, such as just like this. And our Pluto AI actually helps it is designed to actually assist based on if there's something like someone is bleeding, and it can actually help that based on an AI chat. And there is a local community response also, which interconnects all the all the victims to help stay up to date with the latest news and information. And remind you, this all actually happens in offline mode. So this is our when the online mode is when the online communication is actually taken place, such that there are network online. All this data is then updated into our Firebase or this SAP HANA. So Pluto helps in prioritizing the information and understand the situation based on the situation severity better. Then the last part is that based on all the communication and data, the resource, the government and the government and the rescuing team can distribute the resources such that there is a dashboard that allows them to visualize the data, make informed decisions, such that it is linked to a drone system for rapid response and resource allocation. The government used the LORA system to send alerts, respond queries, and broadcast important news without network coverage. So this is the two prototypes that we have made for our automated drone, which actually work on the system that we will actually explain now. So this is the high level implementation plan for the 9 months plan. We are already on the 2 months plan, where we have assembled all the satellite imagery and actually prepared a minimum viable product for this hackathon, and it will actually continue for the next few months to actually complete this whole project and deploy on the ground. So before we move on to our business plan, we will like to show the real demo of our components. Garbit, you can take over.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so all the features that we have shown, we will be looking at the demonstration one by one, starting with the satellite image processing. So what we are doing, we are taking pre and post disaster image, and then we are using a double layer ML model for detecting the damages. So this is our main code base or the Jupyter notebooks that we have used to train our model. And for the simpler visualization, I will be showing you using the images. So these are the different images of the buildings that we have collected from satellite using OpenStreetMap. And these images are then used to train our model. So this is a normal image which is captured by the satellite. And after one layer of processing, it can map the building size or the building structures. And once we have identified the building detections, then it is further processed to the damage detection. So these are the structure of the building that our model has identified. After that, these particular things are further processed using our model to detect the damages. And these damages are then used to prioritize zones which have more damages. For example, as you can see, these are the images or results which is showing that this particular image is undamaged and this is damaged. So this is the basic benchmark that we are using to basically map the areas into different zones. Like the areas which have high damage will be more in the priority when we will be providing resources or the rescue. So this is how our model is going to work. So this is basically, there are various images that you can go through for seeing the model. If I just click on this, you can see it has basically extracted all the features from the images. Now moving to the next, we will be looking at the demonstration of the LORA module. So it is currently in my hand. This is the LORA organization module, which is connected with my system. So I will be going through a video demonstration to show the demonstration. Just a minute. Okay, so this is, let me just quickly go through the demonstration. So this is our LORA app, which we have deployed for the users or the victim. So it contains all the necessary features that will be used, will be necessary for the victims. At topmost, it shows the current geo coordinates of the persons. And this app can be connected to internet if there is connectivity available. And if connectivity is not available, it can communicate with this particular LORA module using Bluetooth, and the data can be transmitted to the base stations using LORA communications. So LORA communications offer long range, low power communications, and these devices can communicate up to 30 kilometers without any traditional architecture of the network. So I will be connecting this to the Bluetooth. As you can see, it is showing LORA L1, which is our device name. Since it is a prototype phase 1, so we named it LORA L1. Then it have emergency section. This emergency section is used to communicate in the emergency situation. After that, it is showing the list of all the authorities and NGOs which are currently working in those disaster areas for disaster relief. The users can directly communicate these authorities, and they can get the information directly, or they can request for the resources, or all the alert messages that are circulated by these organizations are directly accessible on the app. So the users can simply send the messages that they want. Then coming to bottom, we have SOS button. So what this SOS button does, it sends all the important information. In the case of emergency, the person can click on SOS button, and all the details like name, age, contact details, and current location will be transmitted to the base stations. And it does not need any other connectivity, just connect it to the LoRa network. If it has internet, it will not use the LoRa communication. It will communicate using the traditional architectures. Just in case, as most of the disasters cause damage to the towers and the network properties, due to which the connectivity is hampered. So as I click, the SOS information has been signed. Now coming to the news section, this is the local news sections, which will be very important in the case of the disasters, as the local news provide more information about the current happening in the localities. The users can upload or post the news using this particular add button, and these are the demo news that which we have posted for just for the demonstration purpose. This can be a game changer, as it can provide about the current resource allocations, and it can suggest users about the ongoing damage that has happened, so that other users does not get into that particular damaged area. Now coming to the most excited part, the Pluto AI, which is our custom made ML large language model. It is basically designed to provide all the communications and important information to the users in an offline way. So as you can see, I'm just asking for a help for first aid. So this is something which will be very helpful in the case of the disasters, as the users can directly ask help from the Pluto AI. The key difference, you might be saying that one can use ChatGPT instead of your Pluto AI. The key difference is that the Pluto AI does not need internet connectivity. It can work offline. So this is the key difference which we offer. Apart from this, ChatGPT can be very harmful if we used in serious situations. So it is basically trained for the disaster relief, and as you can see, it has provided all the basic steps which are needed for the first aid. And this is the basic section where you can manage your all account detail. Now coming to the demonstration. So this is the inside view of our device. Since this is just a POC, so we have just did the soldering part. So this is the LoRa module, which will be provided to the organization. It is connected to the network server as well as to our system. This is our console window. We will be coming back to this. And this is the victim module or the user module, which will be provided to the users. It has Bluetooth connectivity and LoRa connectivity. This is connected to our LoRa app, which is in this particular smartphone. And this is also connected to the base station, which is this organization module. Now I will show the demonstration. I will press this button. What this button does, it establishes the connections between the all the nearest LoRa modules. And apart from installing connections, it also site the connection with our network server, which is basically used for the resource allocations and conversation evaluating. So as I press the button, it has established the connection with the network, and it has also established the connection with the LoRa module. Now I will be sending a message just to demonstrate how our complete system is integrated. So I'm just sending a hello message for the demonstration purpose. So as I click send the hello message, the message has been transmitted through LoRa communication to the base stations, and it is also pushed to our Firebase database, where it will be used for the further evaluations. Now, this was the demonstration of our LoRa module. Now I will be showing our database. So this is our database. All the conversations and all the details about the users posts will be managed using this particular database. And this the conversations that has happened to the persons or the to the our Pluto AI will be automatically evaluated, making sure that the resource the person is truly in need. And once this conversation is evaluated, we can use our drone to allocate the resources and deliver the resources in those particular area. Thank you. Aditya?
Yeah, okay. I'll share my screen again. So if I actually come back here, so this is how our model has been working. So for our we actually detect our disaster detection and response with our ML model. Then we actually establish a offline communication between organizations and victim. And after that, we also provide them the offline mode to actually send messages and receive alert signals, and establish a communication between the local communities also. And this is our Firebase, and this is the drone part. So yeah, this is our whole model. And as far as the high level implementation, there is the 9-month plan we have actually established, and we are currently working on this only. So if we actually bring down to the industry analysis, current market constraints are that these systems actually are available in very high cost. And the thing is that it is actually truly hard to predict when the disaster is coming. So we have actually worked on this and establish our whole model on these features only. So that current market drivers are that there is an increased occurrence in natural disasters like flood also, and there are various government supports for the funding for these very reasons. So if we actually and the current market in industry with has a healthy CAGR of 7.7%, and it is growing. So if we actually look at the financial projections for the 1,000 units that we need to actually create our LoRa module and establish this whole connection between rescue teams and NGOs, as well as with the bringing these modules to the homes of citizens that are actually in the flood prone area, for 1,000 as per the cost structure of per 1,000 units. These are the cost structure for satellite imagery and acquisition. Since satellite imagery is not available as for real time, is not available for free. So we have to actually get them with the established cost of 1 lakh Indian rupees. So for machine learning model, 75,000 Indian rupees, and for 10,000 units, for 10,000 units we need actually 1,50,000 Indian rupees, which is actually very low cost compared to all the market. Considering that in an offline mode, we are actually providing the coverage area of 30 kilometers of range, which is actually pretty great. And this whole total for initial deployment and annual maintenance support is actually this. So if we actually move on to the year-on-year analysis also, not just the 9-month implementation plan, on year 1, we are actually currently working with the non-governmental organization and even with your organization also to actually take these modules to the places where people need them, to the disaster-prone areas. And based off our year-on-year analysis, if the current inflation rate is 5.69, and it is currently projected on this also, with the initial investment of 5 lakh Indian rupees, which is actually pretty less for this whole system and its maintenance, in 3 years plan, we will be profitable to actually not only just cover only Myanmar, India, and South Asia area. We can actually expand globally also. So this whole project isn't just charity, or it is actually a way to reinvest all this profit and providing this help to more and more people. So this was our whole project. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. So 5 lakhs will be around like 5 or 6K in like US dollar.
Yeah, you are actually pretty right. Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. So LoRa will be used for like communications in places of like where there's like no internet, or where there will be like really hard communication, right? But
Yeah.
okay, like my question is, do you guys have a better name for your team? And the second question is, will your Pluto AI will have like functions that can source the sources? Like, okay, like let's just say like some places have a satellite image, like, okay, that place is like ruined, or that place is good. Well, your Pluto AI will be able to answer that, because like right now I'm assuming that you guys are using like a llama or something like that, and then like it hasn't been trained on some like specific data yet. So what's your plan on improving your Pluto AI, and how will it interact with LoRa?
Okay, so basically, the Pluto AI is going to be the core part of our project. It will be connected to the satellite image or the data that we have processed, and it will use the geo coordinates which are fetched using the app. So it will map those data which it has fetched from the satellite image with those geo coordinates, and it will then use this particular all the data for better results in that particular region. And when coming to the Pluto AI and the LoRa communication, so these are interlinked only. So as I was saying, the key difference between what Pluto AI offers and what ChatGPT offers, ChatGPT cannot work in offline mode, but our Pluto AI can work because it can send informations in using LoRa modules. So what these modules are doing, these are just replacing the traditional architectures. So if your all the towers, all the network connections has broken, you can use these devices to establish a connections to the base stations, which can be anywhere between 30 kilometers as of the current range limitations of these modules, and they can transmit informations. So I guess you got your answer.
Yeah, as for if I actually continue to build upon this answer, the Pluto AI is actually isn't just the pre-trained model of Llama. We have taken the Llama model. Then we have trained it on the T4A. What is that? Amazon SageMaker. We have trained that on various basic first aid needed for people. Like in a rescue in a important disaster situation, there are times that I may not know, like if I how do I even give CPR also. So so to train this on the a lot of first aid data, Pluto AI thus helps in actually communicating, okay, this is how you can do it, which potentially can just with simple information can potentially save people's life. And since this Pluto AI works in an offline mode, as well as it just takes a bit of computation. Like I think we have established this into a Raspberry Pi architecture, if I'm correct, Garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have actually made this AI work in the Raspberry Pi chip only, which is actually very small, and it is part of the module that we provide to the victims. This way, in an offline mode, they can actually communicate through Pluto AI what help they need. So with these two data resources, one is satellite image that is being analyzed. Second is the communication between victims and rescue teams with the modules. With these two data resources, Pluto AI is able to actually communicate a lot of information and predict decisions, which will then be supervised with a single operator. And thus, based on these all the decisions, resources can be deployed with that automated drone that we have made. So this is how the whole architecture works.
I have another follow-up question. So if a government agency or NGO were to approach, how would you work with them? And what will be your 6-month implementation strategy?
Yeah, since actually we have a 9-month implementation strategy, because we have a lot of components to deal with. For the first two, we have actually decided what we have done, and for the if we have to approach an NGO, so what we are going to do is that we are actually going to places which are more flood prone areas, distribute those LoRa modules, actually train those people how they can actually take benefits of the Pluto AI and the offline app that actually connects with the LoRa modules. And in case of emergency, we will actually provide drills between the NGO, if there are rescue teams and government agency also interested in this, we can actually would provide drills to train the agency part as well as the citizens part, to train them in like if there is actually flood disaster, how they should actually operate. So yeah, actually we will actually first go to the flood prone areas in Myanmar to actually first tackle this.
Right, thank you.
Any other question? You can ask anything about how the components work and anything regarding the business plan.
Yeah. What are the targeted audience?
The targeted audience are all the citizens that all the citizens that are in the most disaster prone areas. It can be flood, and as well as it can be other places also, since the satellite imagery can be taken and then be processed to send SOS to them. So this basic actually provide that it is available for all the citizens that are in these areas that actually need them.
So in
We
order
can then
to connect, in order to connect to the central server, the user have to connect to LoRa module, right?
So basically, we are offering two ways of communication. In case the traditional network architecture is not broken, they have internet connectivities, so they can directly use our app. They don't need a LoRa module. And if the connectivity is hampered, then they can use the LoRa module to connect to the base stations.
Yeah, so like to connect to the, like when the internet connection is unavailable, so to connect to the LoRa module, you have to be in a range of 10 feet because you use Bluetooth, right?
Yeah. As of now, we are using Bluetooth, which is based on 5.0. But what we are planning that we will provide Wi-Fi options so that a single LoRa device will be able to cover a whole locality. So all the citizens don't need to purchase this particular LoRa modules. They can use a single module in a, let's say, in a locality, and they can connect to this particular LoRa base stations and establish the communications. Yeah, for as of now, it is about 10 to 15 meters, just for demonstration purpose.
So like in Myanmar, but I don't know about India, but in Myanmar, most of the flood affected civilians are, how can I say that, villagers who don't, like some might even don't have a phone. So like how will you educate them to use your app or your functions?
So this is the victim module. So if those particular pupils are not familiar or they don't carry a phone, this module will be very helpful. As you can see, it has a display. Okay, so they don't need to have a phone also. They can use this particular display to read the alert informations and the messages that are transmitted or communicated by the law enforcement agencies, NGOs, or the authority. So and coming to that, if they are not ready to use tech or they are illiterate, so we will be using their native language, and as well as we will be the areas which are more prone to floods, we will be giving hands-on training or the workshop, so they could easily use these types of modules. So educating pupil is one of the key things which will be needed.
So like for that purpose, you have to contribute those devices to each of the citizen in flood-prone areas.
So see, the people, all the pupils are not of same type, and I guess at least a household will have at least one phone. not a smartphone, but they should carry one phone. This is a new age, and they at least have one phone. So we don't need much things. We just need a phone. If you don't have phone, we will provide those specific household these types of device which has inbuilt displays. So if they don't have phones, then we have to provide individual LoRa modules to them.
Oh yeah, great idea. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
One thing that I wanted to add that James asked about the our next 9 months plan. The one thing that one more thing I wanted to add is that we actually manufactured this in I guess five prototypes only. So there will take actually some time to actually distribute per thousand. Like our cost structure was per 1,000 units. So for manufacturing that also, it will actually also take time. So yeah, it will be included in the 9-month plan.
Yeah, thank you.
I saw that you guys show a drone. How would a drone come into play with this?
Okay, so let me just summarize what we have said. Okay, so we have a damage reduction ML model. So let's say our area there is a flood in Myanmar. So our ML models will detect those particular areas and they will map the regions based on the damage. They will classify those regions as high priority zone and low priority zones. Once this mapping has been done, damage assessment has been done, then comes our LoRa communications and that app. This app will be used to by the users or the victims and the or the NGOs and the authority to establish a communications. For example, I am in a flood situations and I urgently need a first aid kit or something. So I will send request using our app, or using if there is no connectivity, I will use LoRa communications, and it will send these information to our base stations, where we have a ML model which evaluates the conversations. Okay, based on the evaluation of conversation and further checking by in persons that these resource requests are legitimate. So we will use the drone to send those particular resources to those persons. Apart from sending resources, the drone will be used to surveillance those particular flood areas, as the satellite images are not that much clear and accurate. The drone will also help in further assisting in the damage detections. So this is how our drone is basically going to distribute the resource, and it will further optimize our damage detection report.
Can you actually, Garbit, elaborate on that? Like how much weight it can be, like the torque of those.
Okay. So as in the demonstration, we showed 2 drones. Okay, so these are just prototyping phase. So as of now, these drones are capable of carrying about the initial was capable of carrying just 5 kgs of payload, but the second drones on which we are working, it is capable of carrying about 10 kg of weight. So it will be very helpful in the emergency cases, and in the coming up plans, we will be building more bigger drones so that it can distribute a large amount of resources, which are generally done by helicopters in the current scenario.
Yeah.
James, your mic is off, I guess.
Oh yeah, that answer was helpful. So I'm assuming that does the LoRa technology need to have a pair of like both the beacon and also the organization module, or because like you say, we're in a new age, and I'm assuming that a lot of the people, or at least like someone in the family, would have at least a phone, and hopefully they would have a mobile data or something, and so they could like talk back to the nearest organization or the donation NGO nearby. So would the first plan would be like just like connect, like just produce a lot of one type of module and then spread it first, or just like would the plan have to be like produce like both type of the modules and spread it at the same time?
So basically for this particular thing, we have to do a bit research about the areas in which we are going to implement this our project. If the area contain most of the people have smartphones, then we will focus less on these smart display module. We will focus on the centralized servers, which through which multiple users can connect. But in situations like if there are rarely someone is having a phone, so in those particular situations, it is necessary for us to work on modules like these, which has a display. So it will depend upon the situations on which we are going to implement our plan.
Thank you. That's answer helpful.
Anything else?
I guess that's it. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you for the SATML and LORA technology team response.
And you was asking for a better team name. So our team name is Khayal AI.
Okay. Okay. So the project name is Arr Ai, right?
Yeah.
Or
No. The project name is SATML and LORA damage response, and the team name is Khayal AI.
Yeah.
I will just drop in the chat box.
Arr Ai. Right. Thank you, Arr Ai, for the presentation.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I think that's all the teams for this. Okay. Team Rescue Net is here. So the next Team Rescue Net, can you present, please? Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can see you.
So let me make the presentation short. So my first feature is latest news. So people can get latest and real-time news here. Here we have all flood-related news updated. And my next feature is map of clean water access. Access to clean water can be life-saving during flood. With our map of clean water access, users can easily find nearest safe water sources. They can also mark clean water so that other people can find them. Also, they can mark polluted water so that other people can stay safe from that. Also, they can mark disease outbreak. So our next feature is damage reporting. During a disaster, reporting damage quickly helps prioritize aid. So this will help NGOs and local organizations to prioritize aid. Our next feature is mark needed supplies. So people will mark their location and ask for supplies like food, tablets, medicals, etc. And by clicking on get direction, we can instantly navigate. Our next feature is medical and flood information bot. So here, in case of emergency, people can ask their queries like so it will ask questions like symptoms, age, and other required information, and it will provide tailored response. Also, our next feature is injury scanner. Imagine a child is lost in a flood and he don't know what to do in an emergency situation, like he got wound in his leg. So he will use this injury scanner. So here I have uploaded a leg injured image. So So here is our next feature, drowning detection alert. So it is to detect drowning people and people who are in emergency situations. It is used. It is just a demo concept. It is not fully functional. So if I click on analyze flood threat, it will analyze the CCTV cameras and it will return the location of the camera where a people in danger or drowning, etc. So here we have emergency chat room. It is used to help people in emergency situations. So in this emergency chat room, anyone can help anybody. So here we have a dashboard. It is a prototype, like how many clean water access are there, how many sites are polluted, how many disease outbreaks, and how many resources we needed. Likewise, a dashboard. Thank you for watching. Any queries?
Thank you, Team Rescue Net. So let's open up the Q&A question session. So my first question is, how do you plan to monetize? What's your monetization strategy? And the second follow-up question is, the AI model you're currently using, is it a closed source API or is it an open source model?
So there are no monetization plans. I am planning to give it for free. Also, the AI model I'm using currently is Gemini API, which is closed source.
Thank you.
Thank
Is there any other questions? Okay, so if there's no any other question, I think that he will be the last team for this demo day. So thanks everyone for coming today. But before you guys go, we're planning to announce the winners on coming Sunday, but that is not sure yet because there is some deep thinking that we need to do. But we're hoping it will be on Sunday. And also, as you guys already know, the prize pool and then how much each will the first winner, second winners will get. After we have announced the winners, we will personally come and contact the winning teams and provide you the plans how we will disperse the funds and also the follow-up resources that we will be giving you guys. Some of the resources will be Build Myanmar is opening, our team is opening a community center upcoming next month. It will be a big center and we will be providing you guys free space for 3 months so that you could come and work on your ideas for the winning teams, of course. And also plus the prize pool and plus some marketing support so that you could implement and you could advertise your project further on. So that will be the few resources that we will be providing you guys. And thank you guys for participating in this hackathon, making this demo day incredibly vibrant. And I wish the best luck for the winners. It seems like there's a question, yeah. Yes. If you guys have any question for the team, for us, please let us know so that we could answer right now.
Guys, if you have any other question, please hold your hand.
Yes, machine learning, you can ask.
Yes, my question is, as we are in a communication, we all, and I know that the organization team is also making sure that everyone is ethical and they are respecting each other work. And as there is a platform and we have to post our project, some of the group like us, we post very early, and some of the group submit it later. And in this demo day, and when we see the project that are submitted by the group that submit late, then we see that not just to our team idea, but some of the team idea, they are looking alike and they are like they're duplicating. And so how will the judge or how will the team that ensure that nobody is copying each other and no one is stealing each other idea?
That's a good question, because we have also identified some fake submissions that submitted on the platform. So we will be really looking into only the teams that show up here today. We'll not be looking into the teams that didn't show up today, but of course we'll be looking into those projects as well. But as for your answer, we understand that you guys submitted early, but as long as all of the teams submitted before November 1st, then we will be looking all of those projects equally. Yep.
Yes, thank you so much.
Hello, can I ask you something?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's for the knowledge exchange. I would like to ask you as a mentor. I would like to know, when preparing for a hackathon, do we need to focus more on an idea or a working product?
Working product, definitely. My answer would be working product. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yes, machine learning.
Excuse me.
Your hand is still up, so I assume you had.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So does any other have a question? If so, please do us now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming today. We'll be hopefully announcing everything on Sunday, through email, plus with a video announcement that we will be posting on our channel. If you don't know our channel, it's called Build Myanmar Media. You can search it on YouTube. It's available on Facebook as well. We'll be doing a both email update and a video update for the winners. And and the following day, we will be contacting all the winning teams with how we will disperse the funds and the follow-up resources that we will be providing you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this demo day. Thank you again for participating in this hackathon, and may the best team win. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your effort, James.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.